Afternoon, YouTube. It's Joe, your YouTube friend, coming from Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, bringing you yet another update of my loft slash attic space expansion. My last two videos I uploaded were sideways, so I'm going to try to not do that in this video because I'm recording everything on my phone, so bear with me. So yeah. Currently sitting on the bookshelves, steps, going up into the loft space, and I just kind of tidied up there. All the framing's done upstairs, and before I put the drywall up, I have to finish the floor. And I'm doing something fun with the flooring, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So first, let's go upstairs. Take a look upstairs here. You can see my work pile here of stuff. You can see my framing. There's a big board there I'm going to use for something yet. And as we go. I'll go upstairs here. I lucked out. The loft, after completion of what I'm doing up here, has a lot of head space here. I'm 6'1", so I still have quite a bit of space here before I hit my head on anything. And so, you know, I'm not going to be doing jumping jacks up here, but I have quite a bit of space here. Go to the back, kind of give you guys a look-see of my rough cut barnwood floor. And if you take a look over underneath and behind my pile of drywall scraps and tools there, the flooring is different. And that's what I'm about to start working on. But before I get to that, here we go. Framing down there, it's less than a foot. That was a pain in the butt. Framing in these angles, on angles coming in and sideways, pain in the butt. And over on this side here, I didn't want to waste all this space. You'll see that it jets out. It's because my stack hidden behind one of the boards here. This is the vent stack for the plumbing, and an additional. You see a pipe down here. That's additional venting for plumbing. So as opposed to mirroring this open space, this side here, I couldn't really do that without adjusting like all the vent and whatnot. So I wasn't going to do that. So to utilize this space, what I did was built in a very deep shelf. Kind of looks like a couch at the moment, but it's a very deep shelf, and it will be all finished off with this nice birch here. As one of two closets, the other closet being back there. So, to the flooring. Rough cut barn board. Just ran quickly through a mill to kind of get it straight and to up the approximate dimensions that I wanted. But it's not at the finish I want. That is much closer to the finish I want. Not this. This. So I'll show you what I'm doing here. What I'm doing here, very carefully, involves very little effort, but a bit of patience. Torch. Using a propane torch. I'm wood burning. You can see quite clearly. Haven't burnt this yet, but I've burnt these all the way that way. I think it's a wonderful look. It will really pop the space. It will really pop. All where the drywall is going to go, which goes in tomorrow. I'm going to finish off painting it all white to really just make it a brighter area, but to give it that old look that I'm looking for. This wood burning is remarkable. I'm loving it. It's very fast to apply, because it's just heat. You don't need a lot of it. You can touch it like almost immediately after. Very little prep work, particularly for this, for sanding wise, and it just really pulls out the grain. The grains really get pulled out here. Some of the old saw cuts, I'm loving it. It's the look that I'm looking for, that I'm hoping to get here, but it really pops out the grain quite well. Yes, planing these all down and sanding them to a wonderful finish and tongue and grooving them, and then staining them would also give you a really nice pop in the grain, but it wouldn't give you that old styled look that I was really looking forward to having in this loft space, where it was more of a barn type of finished loft. So yeah, that's what I'm working on for the rest of the night. It won't even take me all that long. I'll get back to you in a second and show you how fast this is. Right, I'm back, and I've got my propane torch here and a lighter, and I'll just quickly light that. Adjust the flame on it a bit. There, that's all it is. Start applying the flame. Just enough to bring out the grains. It really pops when you get to the knots. If you want it darker, stay on it a little bit longer. You might be asking why I'm only using such a small torch for this. In this particular case, because I have open gaps between the boards, I don't want to be using something that will put out a lot more heat, like a tiger torch, because it will shoot flame underneath the boards, and I am being cautious. I'm only doing small sections at a time, checking my work. Look at those knots come out, just pop out. You see those sparks? Those are just little bits of some sawdust from my work. I swept it pretty good, but I'll just turn that off quickly. I swept it pretty good, but you're still going to get them. So I'm only doing small sections at a time because I have the gaps between the boards, and sawdust is down there. And this has been in my house, like this lumber has been in my house already for a year, so it's climatized, and but it is dry wood, so having too much heat on one spot for any given time, you're going to get not just a dark spot, but a little worried about flame getting in underneath the boards to any of my sawdust and whatnot, causing a flame. So I've got a bunch of water on standby and a towel for making it damp to, I'm being cautious. So far I haven't had any incidents doing all of this back here. But yeah, let's take a look at what I just did here and how fast that was. I've done these two boards up until here, and already nice and dry, and I'm just kind of checking, not just if I can put my hand on it if it's too hot, but more so if I have any heat coming between the boards, giving me an indication that I might have to choke off the air to the area or dampen the area. Nope, this is all good here. So I'm going to continue that for the rest of this floor, and we'll see exactly what it looks like when it's all said and done. Alright guys, tomorrow I'll give you guys the finished floor update and start putting up this drywall. Till then, your friend Joe from Thunder Bay saying, have a good day.